Welcome back. If you've just joined us, we are crossing over with John Edward. Just before the break, he was actually speaking to Kay, Crystal and Sue, who have joined us in the studio today. We must declare that they're actually the in-laws of our cameraman, Jono. But you had no idea, did you, John? You just were drawn in that general direction. You can't choose.
No, and as we were sitting there doing the show earlier, she was watching me write my notes down and saying I was being pulled back there.
Correct.
They are true. I haven't said that before.
Yeah. All right, let's get to the next one.
I don't know where I'm going next because I was pulled there first, so I don't know if I'm going to be here, to you guys, so I won't get up until I know that yet, so this way I won't be in the way of the camera. But I feel like I need to talk about the younger male, like the son figure who's passed. So I don't know if somebody lost their son or if there's a younger male that's passed, but I feel like the younger male has two father figures with him. That would be like he's with his dad and his father-in-law, or he's with his dad and his uncle, but there's two together, and I think there's an R name that they want me to attach this to. So did anybody lose a younger male? Younger male to me would be like son, nephew, grandson, younger brother. That's what it feels like. If I had to go by pull, I was gonna say I still feel like I'm being pulled in front of me. Cousin. If it's a younger male, then yes. You have a younger male that's passed? Yeah. I don't know if that's you. I don't know if I'm with you. I have to move. I don't think I'm here. I think I'm here. I think there's a younger male energy that I'm supposed to talk about. So somebody here lost the younger male that I would see as being like below you. That would be like son figure. There's two father figures who have passed. So let me rephrase this. Imagine having the two father figures and their younger male. So if you have the brother who passed, or if there's a husband energy who's passed and he's with both father figures, I would see it as being the same scenario. And I know there's an R name that's connected to it, either living or past, and I'm supposed to talk about, that doesn't mean that they're the R. You could be the R, and that's what's getting me here. But I know I'm not here, I believe I'm here. So if this makes sense, just raise your hand so I can get a mic to you so I can hear you.
It could. My daughter is Robin.
Your daughter is Robin?
And she lost one of her very good friends about 4 years ago.
And she lost the younger male? So the younger male could be younger than you. Are there two older? I don't think that's it.
No, I don't
think that's it. I feel like I'm more here.
We had an uncle that was killed at 21.
Okay, and is your dad? No, that wouldn't be. No?
No, our grandfather.
No. Is somebody in the food business? Does somebody work in the food industry, or does somebody have a connection to doing something with food? They're showing my symbol for a cornucopia. When I see that, it means somebody works in food in some way.
Our uncle used to be a grocer who lived with Ray.
Okay, so I think I'm with you guys then. So if you can just kind of lean over to that mic, or so I can hear you. So you have the two father figures who have passed?
Yes.
Okay, so it'll be like a father and an uncle, or?
Well, it's grandfather and his brother.
Okay, so where's the R name?
Ray, our uncle.
Okay, and he's the one that worked with food?
No, our great uncle is Ray as well. He worked with food.
He worked with food. Okay, so here's what I know I have. I have the younger male with the two older males. Somebody worked with food. There's an R name. Why is August important in the family? What took place in August, or whose birthday is in August? And is this on your mom's side?
Yes.
Okay, because there's somebody to go on your mom's side of the family. So is mom still here?
Yes.
And did she have some type of hip thing, or did she have some
She's
type of...
got a hip problem at the moment.
Okay, because it's time to talk about her hip thing, but it's only on one side. I don't see it on both sides.
Yeah.
And she's a very, very strong, tough, no nonsense, I don't want any assistance, I can do this on my own kind of personality, but you got to be careful with that, because if somebody does need assistance or help, she might not ask for it. So we have to kind of put her in that position. Somebody was misdiagnosed. They were being treated for one thing, and I think they realized then it was something else. They were being treated for maybe something that they thought was this, and then they realized it was cancer. Where is that? And then I have a whole bunch of stuff going on in this section. So I have that, and then I have somebody who passed from a suicide, where their actions brought about their passing. So that might be somebody else in this section. So if you have the suicide, or somebody's actions brought about their passing, they might be jumping in separate from this.
Possibly.
Nope, it's not possible.
Okay.
They either their actions brought about how they got there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
I was just saying,
So
possibly it's me, sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry, because I feel like I'm supposed to bring that up. How's that connected to you?
My cousin,
Is that where Michael and Mark, or the M?
Mark.
Mark. Okay. And I just need you to know that that's the way of letting. Now, is Mark connected to your dad's side of the family, or is his dad still here?
I'm not sure.
I need to talk about the issue with dad.
Okay.
So I don't know if your cousin is talking about you possibly having an issue with dad. I'm sorry to do this on live television.
No, that's
okay. Is there anything going on with dad that I need to bring up?
My dad, or?
Yes.
I don't know my biological father, but he passed
last year, I think.
Your dad.
Yeah, but
Okay.
my
Hold on.
dad, my real dad.
But your biological father has passed.
Yes.
Okay. Your cousin Mark is letting me know that dad, the one that you had the issue with, which is not maybe not knowing or not having the connection to,
Yeah.
is there in spirit and watching over you. Now, here's the interesting thing. I don't know if you had one experience with him at the age of 13, or if there was some one-time meeting where you guys connected and he kind of disconnected from you in some way.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm supposed to tell you I'm sorry and apologize for not being able to cope or be responsible for what took place at that time in your life, and that actually created and started some stuff for you in your life and sent you down a unique path, but that you're trying to like work through that. Is there anybody that had some type of either, I'm going to be really off the wall, like crazy here for a second. So do I have your permission to be very personal?
Yeah.
Okay. I have to wrap this up, but I'll talk to you after the break with this, if that's okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right,
we'll
thank
take a
you.
very quick break, but stick around. We're going to find out what John Edward is feeling. Don't go anywhere.
So before the break, I was just about ready to say something, and then we got pulled away. So I wanted to come back and repeat what it was that I said off camera, but everybody else here heard me say it. But I'm going to ask you again for the folks that are watching at home.
Yeah.
I asked if there was somebody that had I don't know how I exactly phrased it before, but switched genders in some way, and you said.
My husband.
Okay, so
Yeah.
this would be your biological dad's way of talking about seeing what's taking place in your life and not being a part of it. I feel like there's, separate from your relationship, separate from stuff, communication is very, very key in anybody's relationship. And I feel like sometimes, and I'm really sorry to put you on the spot,
That's okay.
but I feel like if someone's made that choice to kind of become empowered and know who they really are on the inside to let their outside reflect that, a lot of communication and inner dialogue has to take place. But I feel like sometimes you lack in that arena. You lack in the ability to be able to dig deep and be able to express. You can talk and you can communicate, but really owning your own feelings, imperative. How do you feel hearing me say that as partner? How do you feel hearing me say that?
Yeah, well, she definitely talks a lot,
But the depth of it, you want more? You need more, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, and I feel like you need more as well. I think that there's an interesting thing about 9 kids in a family. So I don't know if somebody's one of 9 or why they show me 9 kids, or what's the joke about 9?
Hopefully not for us. My nan is one of 13 and my granddad is one of 7, I believe. So maybe
for
9's in the middle.
Well, what I see is this: like my mom was one of 11, and I get them as like 5 and 6. There was like 5 boys, 6 girls. So are there 9 of one, and then like 3 of another one, or 4 of another? Like was somebody one of 9?
Yeah, I think my nan is one of 9 girls.
And the cousin, did he cross himself over because of drugs, or was there some type of issue of drug consumption connected to that?
Yes.
Okay. I just feel like this is their way of saying we see what's going on around you, and I do think that there's going to be some type of legality that you have to work through.
Okay.
So I don't know if you're dealing with lawyers, if you're dealing with something legal now in order to get something forced through or to get something approved. It's almost like what they're showing me is when my mom was sick and her health insurance wouldn't cover something that she needed, and it was just like right outside the box, and they would not cover it, and I had to like fight to get them to cover that. So I feel like I'm trying to get something included inside the circle of something. So
Okay.
I hope that helps.
Yeah.
Alrighty, thank you very, very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.